Do you guys remember when I said Doctor Strange 2 went from being my most anticipated Phase 4 MCU film to becoming one of my least anticipated after director Scott Derrickson left? And it actually was my most anticipated MCU film in its next phase. It just stinks to see Scott Derrickson depart. To be honest, I don't see any other big name director taking over control here. And then do you remember getting that push notification that Sam Raimi is in talks to direct Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Oh. What's going on, you guys? James here with some real news that actually broke 2 days ago while I was at the Birds of Prey screening. I wish you guys were there to see it. If you were there because you got some passes from the giveaway, thanks so much for supporting the channel, and I hope you enjoyed the film. You can catch my review and why I love the movie. The link is in the description below. But when we were at the theater, everyone said, "Look, dude, look," and I was getting phones in my face, and yeah, Sam Raimi is in talks to direct Doctor Strange 2. I never thought I would even utter that sentence, but here we are, guys. Kevin Feige is probably going to pull this off, and I'm so thankful. Before we dive into the news and maybe why I need to come down off that high a little bit, if this is your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James. Now, if you don't know who that is, that's me, and I love talking all about movies. So I drop a new video each and every day. You're not going to want to miss out, trust me. Go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, and tap on the notification bell so you can stay up to date with anything new that I do here at the channel. Now, you guys, I love you so much because you like, you share, so keep doing that with this video, and in the comments below, I'm gonna need you. Let me know, do you think this spells trouble for the MCU, or do you think that this is the greatest thing that could have happened after Scott Derrickson left Doctor Strange 2? Alright guys, I gotta come down off this high a little bit. Let's just get right into the news. So I did see this report first on CBR.com, but it is a Variety exclusive, so let's go ahead and read a little bit of what the article has to say at CBR.com. It says here, and I quote, "According to Variety, Raimi is in talks to helm the Doctor Strange sequel, which is slated to kick off production in May. He would replace Scott Derrickson, who stepped down as director at the beginning of January, but will remain attached as a producer." Marvel Studios had no comment on this report. So you guys, what does that mean for the MCU? It means that they have one of the best horror directors of all time taking on a Doctor Strange project. Now, if you saw the first Doctor Strange, which I actually love that film, and I think it is a better origin movie than the first Iron Man, you would understand there's a horror element there. It's a lot of psychology, and it's playing with time and space. Sam Raimi is very good at exactly that, playing with not only time and space, but he does a great job with horror. If you don't know by now, the Evil Dead trilogy is my favorite horror trilogy, and actually has one of my favorite horror movies of all time, The Evil Dead 2. These movies are zany and they're fun, but that's exactly what Doctor Strange is going to bring in the Multiverse of Madness, I hope. Now, I know I said it earlier in my video, but why I think I need to come down a little bit and lower my expectations a little bit is that Kevin Feige has said before that Doctor Strange 2 is not supposed to be a horror movie, and Sam Raimi is a horror guy. Now, if you put Sam Raimi in a box, you get Spider-Man 3, which came out in, I think, 2007, if correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that was his last take on any superhero film. Spider-Man 3 is one of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen, but after seeing Suicide Squad, and yeah, I think maybe it's not that bad. But it still stands that Sam Raimi did not like Sony Pictures and what they made him do with Spider-Man 3. So this, to me, says, yo, listen, Kevin, I'm with you, bro, but you better give me some control over this project. And as we know, Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios, they let their directors get away with some creative freedom, but sometimes it's scaled back a little bit. But that's okay too, because Kevin Feige has a vision for Phase 4, and all along he's been the puppeteer, and that's okay with me. But I want Sam Raimi to get some creative freedom and bring us nothing like The Evil Dead, but I want the cool, inventive shots. I would love to see Benedict Cumberbatch play in this world that Sam Raimi can hopefully create on his own. I actually did just find the quote from Kevin Feige that specifically states what Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness could turn out to be. Let's go ahead and check that out now. Kevin says, and I quote, "I wouldn't necessarily say that's a horror film, but it'll be a big Marvel Cinematic Universe film with scary sequences in it." Now, this was back in December. So what that tells me is that Sam Raimi is gonna get some elements of horror in this film, which is great. I just wonder how much horror will be in this movie and how much of it will be more of that superhero stuff that we're used to seeing, especially in the first Doctor Strange. I think that this movie is going to be off the walls. I think it will be crazy. I don't think it will be as insane as the Evil Dead trilogy and some of Sam Raimi's earlier works. I mean, Drag Me to Hell is the last horror film that he directed, unless you really didn't like Oz the Great and Powerful or whatever that movie's called. Oh man. But I'm really excited to see where Doctor Strange 2 goes from here. Yeah, my hype has risen a lot more. So I told you guys Doctor Strange 2 was like below the Eternals, below Black Widow. I was not happy with Scott Derrickson leaving. But here's the thing, guys. Now that Sam Raimi is in talks to direct Doctor Strange 2, which I'm sure will get confirmed over the next month or so, because I believe production starts shooting in May, I'm gonna be honest, guys, Doctor Strange 2 is rising. Oh my gosh, I think it's right below the Eternals now, so it's my number 2 most anticipated movie for Phase 4. You guys, I'm so excited to hear what you think about this news, because me as a Sam Raimi fan, as an Evil Dead fan, I don't think I could have chosen a better director to replace Scott Derrickson. So go ahead, pop in the comments, let me know what you think about Sam Raimi in talks for Doctor Strange 2. Again, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the big red button below and subscribe to the channel. Now, if you're not paying attention to the Real James social media accounts, you're gonna wanna get there and enter this contest that I got for you guys. 2 exclusive Harley Quinn mallet pins, and they're fantastic stuff. It looks so great. Thank you so much to Warner Brothers for giving these promotional items away. Again, you guys, I'm so grateful that we get to do this every single day. We're almost at 750 subscribers. I love you guys so much. And again, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, I'll catch you at the next screening.